Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm designing a special gown for one of my brides and we're using some beautiful new fabric. So it is a lace gown with lace on top and a big pleated box pleat skirt, like an A-line skirt. So to give you an idea, the fabric we're using for the skirt is a twill satin. So I'm gonna zoom in quite close here so you guys can see the fabric. It's got a beautiful texture as well. So that is the skirt fabric, and then we're going to be doing a sheer bodice with lace throughout. So this is the lace that the client has chosen. It's an absolutely gorgeous beaded lace. So this is machine beaded, so the beading is quite full, but this gives you an idea. And this lace is great for those brides that are not very girly, don't like lacy, flowery, you know, girly type things. This lace is basically leaves, and it's a little bit more edgier than a really soft, delicate floral lace. So we've got quite a few options that are like this, that are not floral laces, if you do want something lace but you don't want the traditional kind of style lace. To give you an idea of the beading, okay, so you can sort of see there, it's quite chunky. It's a real heavy embroidered lace pattern, and then we've got the actual beading throughout. So you've got beading all here, all in these leaves, just gorgeous. So let's hop onto the iPad and I'm going to draw this dress up so you can see how we're going to use these fabrics. Okay guys, so this is what we're looking at recreating today. This is what I've sketched up when I was with the client. So we've got a gorgeous sheer bodice here with a sweetheart satin underneath. We've got the lace bleeding up through the top and down the sleeves as well as around the cuffs here. I've added some covered buttons along the cuffs. I actually think they're pearl buttons in this case. She wanted to change to pearls so that she can get in and out of that mesh sleeve and make it really fitted. We've got box pleats all in the waist, and then a nice full skirt with a built-in petticoat. The same with the back, pretty much mirrors the front apart from the covered buttons that go from way up the top here to down the bottom and throughout the train. I haven't drawn the train on here like always because it goes off the page, but I usually just spec it to the factory saying, you know, how many meters or centimeters long that I want that train. So let's get drawing. So first we're going to do, make sure we've got our gel pen. I'm switching to the gel pen now because I find that it gives you a really nice even line. So the first thing I like to do is draw the base. So that is the sweetheart neckline in the front and the waistline. So we go waistline, sweetheart bodice like so, and then we do the same. And then here we're going to draw this neckline, and I do it on a different layer so that there are layers involved in this dress. Now, before I do that, I'm just going to change the opacity of my pen so that this indicates that it's actually sheer. We're going to do the same thing with the top, like so. There'll also be some seams along the side. Very, very light seams, but there will be seams. Like so. And then we're going to draw the skirt. So I take another layer, bring back the opacity, and with this skirt I'm going to do a really full A-line. Just like in the sketch before, she wants a nice full A-line at the bottom, but then quite slim up the top, not so full up the top. I'm just going to draw these box pleats. Now I did 3 in the original sketch, so let's do that. And that's how I indicate box pleats. And then nice full skirt down the bottom. Then we're going to do the same to the back. If it overlaps, that's okay. I'm not going to do a box pleat down the center here because we've got those buttons. So I'm just going to do it on the sides, like so. And then the same fullness. And then it just indicates fullness, these lines. And now we are going to concentrate on the lace, and I'm going to keep in mind the lace that I showed you earlier. That was the lace falling. So I'm just grabbing that lace so I can see it while I'm sketching it, so that I can get a really good idea on how it actually looks. Okay, so I'm going to add another layer. Don't know if I already did that, but if I did, then just ignore what I just did. Now I want to kind of swirl it up and around over the shoulders. So what this means is doing like this kind of thing. We've got lace pieces kind of swirling up. And originally I had the lace going below the waist, but I actually don't want to do that because I'm thinking about her body type, and I feel like it's going to shorten her too much if I pull it past this waist area. I might actually just do a little bit, but not a lot. Now she actually wants this to be quite full up here, well, a lot fuller than what I've drawn. So I'm just going to pull this up a little bit just to see if this works. And then we're also going to just take some down the arm and also around the wrist. So it's just going to go down the arm like this. And around the wrist. Also going to put just a few. Obviously these littler pieces are going to have to be, you know, strategically placed. And then what I do want to do is add some buttons. And I just run these up the arm. This is so she can get in and out of the dress. We will have invisible pockets here on the side of the skirt. Just going to put some more here. There we go. Maybe even a little on the inner side. Beautiful. Now we're going to do the same to the back. Little bit of lace coming down, not too much, because if you put too much on it'll just drown her, I think. So we're just gonna add the lace to the sleeves here and a little bit just on the inside for a little bit of balance. It can sometimes look a little bit too bare. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to do the covered buttons as well. So the covered buttons will go all the way down. Okay. So we will do them now. Gorgeous. Okay, Well, I think you have it. That's pretty much it. So I just have to write a couple of details here. I'm actually going to cross-check and look back at her sketch, her measurements, just to make sure that we're sort of on the right page here with what we're doing. I can see here I need to add a little bit more. And even though this is rough with my placement, the factory really focus on where I put the lace, and they make sure they place it in the exact same position, just so that we can get the same look and feel. I always add more lace as well to the pack, so I make sure I've got extra on the side that I can actually just place on her in case she wants to creep up a little bit more here, or add a little bit more to the neckline, or fill in the bodice a little bit more in certain spots. So that's pretty much it, guys. Well guys, that's another sketch for a client. What did you think of that design? And more importantly, what did you think of the lace that we're going to be using? And would you use something like that? Would you actually use that design or have that design for your wedding dress? Please leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me sketch next, and I'll be happy to try and fulfill that. Okay, well, I hope that you enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.